Hey everyone, this is Andrea Scher from superherolife.com, and I'm here with my dear friend and co-creator of All Things Workshop in Mexico, Laurie Wagner from 27powers.org. And the purpose of our conversation today is just to let you know more about what we're doing in our Mexico workshops. We go to San Miguel twice a year, San Miguel de Allende, and we're adding a very secret special trip to Oaxaca this year that we will be telling you about. But we just want to let you know a little bit more about what we do in San Miguel and during these workshops, and why you're going to want to join us.
Mm-hmm.
So first I will say that I fell in love with San Miguel de Allende in 1999 when I stayed there for a couple of months by myself. I was traveling alone and I landed in this magical place and I totally fell in love. It stole my heart. It's one of those places with magical painterly light and color everywhere and kind people and beautiful food and cobblestone streets and like architecture. It's all the things in one really gentle, loving, like hug of a place. Also, I think I was attracted to its magic because it's one of those vortex places. And Laurie and I joke that we only deal in vortex places because it seems like everywhere we go or thinking about going is like a vortex place. So I think there's a special energy to San Miguel. And so we started leading these creative workshops there. And I'm going to hand it to Laurie to talk about sort of what the creative backbone of these workshops is. So it's sort of one part curated travel experience and one part creative immersion. So Laurie, what's about that?
I like to say like San Miguel is small enough that you can wander and you can not know where you're going and you can even get a little lost, but it's not too big such that when you do get a little lost, you can't find your way. And there's something about that getting lost part that I think is really indicative and tied to our work together. Andrea as a photographer, me as a writer, and just us as sort of creative spirits who like to move around the world. The getting lost part is really incredibly important. And one of the things we love about San Miguel is that we stay in this amazing place. It's this old bordello, this old, ladies bordello. And you can walk right out and just stumble straight into the street pretty much any time of day. That's the other thing. I remember the last time we were there together, and we've been there 3 times?
Yeah.
3 times. We walked out at night, Andrea and I, and it was our last night, and it was just raining just lightly, just really sort of misty. And we turned a corner and there were these like huge puppets coming down the street at us. This like wedding party, and they were all singing and chanting for the bride and the groom, who were these huge puppets to kiss. And it has that kind of magic. And I think that's why we're really drawn to San Miguel, is because you turn a corner and you don't know what you're going to stumble into. And it's often just incredibly beautiful. So anyway, there is a phone behind me that's part of the magic of life. Sorry.
We use everything we've got in the moment. Well, which actually speaks to the wild writing piece. So Laurie has been my writing teacher for about 15 plus years. And this practice called wild writing that Laurie leads so beautifully and masterfully, it creates so much connection in this circle of women. So when we're bringing in this group of women who most of them are traveling alone, and they don't know each other until they land there, and this practice of writing each morning, personal essay writing, you don't have to consider yourself a writer to do it. It's just a very accessible practice. We're writing true stories from our lives, and within 2 hours of writing together, we've seen each other, we've like revealed ourselves in some way. It creates a lot of connection.
I think that's one of the, that's an incredibly important part of the workshop, is we start each morning with wild writing. We have breakfast together, then we do 2 hours. And the wild writing is really instinctive, intuitive writing, and it's truth-telling. And you're sitting in a group of, 15 women, mostly women. We've had one man. Are men welcome on our trips?
I think we're sticking to women at the moment.
It's a sort of sacred space. And we do 2 hours of it. So we write 3 times and we read 3 times. And the reading is really important, so that by the end of that day, you're not just making small talk with people. That's the thing. You actually know something about them, and you've already created this sort of sacred container of creativity and personal stuff that has you see other people differently. And so we do that for 2 hours, and then we often will have lunch, and then we let people be free. This was a really important part of the trips for us, is being in these incredible cities. We don't want to hole you up and keep you to ourselves. We want to like let you fly into the city. And so you walk into the city and you might have 3 or 4 hours to yourself on some days. On other days we have adventures, and we do food tours, and we go visit artist studios. We have these amazing journeys, but lots of free time. And I just want to emphasize that, because I think that while we want to travel, and we want to travel together and have some structure, we also, I think individually, all of us want freedom to just go out there and explore and have space, you know?
Yeah, exactly. And I think that San Miguel really lends itself to that freedom and that exploration. I know that like two of my core values that sometimes seem like they're in opposition is safety and adventure. And I
Mm,
think San Miguel is the perfect place to do that. Like often I think people come on our workshops because they can come alone and they can feel really safe. So they can have an adventure. They know they're held in this really beautiful container. They
mm,
know that when people come through us, they're going to be a certain kind of person. So if you come through us, you're probably kindred with other people that are coming as well. And so a lot of really great connections are forged there.
mm,
And and I think traveling, especially like somewhere really far away and just consuming the culture can get kind of boring or feel a little like you're not going deep enough. And
mm,
somehow the creative immersion and this whole lens of like what is it to move through a city like an artist, which is sort of this question that we like to pose,
mm.
really helps you sink into the place and each other and feel like you're having a deeper experience.
Yeah, I think that's really right. And the other thing that occurs to me too is that what I love is a lot of women come alone. They don't
Yeah.
come with their best friend, which you can come with your sister and your cousins and your best friends, but they come alone, and they're not lonely. I think there's sometimes a fear, like, if I go, will I bond? Will I have friends? Will I be included? We really hone the community aspect, and so we encourage it, and it's just amazing. I remember this one day, I think it was the last time we were in San Miguel. My 24-year-old was with us, and there's this picture, and she's kind of a little bit of an introvert, and she was the youngest there of all these women. And there's this picture we have of her, I think it might be the first day, and she's walking down this cobblestone street with two women on either side of her, and their arms around each other. And I thought, wow, that's how it happens. And I think that because we're together just Monday through Friday, we're really Sunday night through Friday, we really move deeply, quickly. We move deep and quick.
Mm.
So anyway, after some of these adventures, some days there's a food tour, some days there's a visit to an artist studio. We've got all sorts of things we're interested in. Then we come to the end of the day, the magic hour, where the light changes.
Right. And this is, like I mentioned, really special in San Miguel. I mean, I literally sometimes feel like I'm walking, like I'm bathed in light. I'm bathed in this like golden glow.
Mm,
And that's when we wander around with our cameras and we take a lot of photos. And so my photography lessons end up being photo walks where we're talking about photography. People are asking me questions. We're stopping and saying, okay, check this out. And I talk about maybe some technical elements of photography based on what we're seeing, but it's very organic, and it's not like we decided after kind of holding up in a classroom a couple of times that it wasn't wasn't the right thing. It's like, no,
necessary.
people want to be out. So it's a very easy, fluid kind of
and
photography.
and really fun, actually. If you've
Oh
seen any of our photos on Facebook or on Instagram, it's just like color, 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 just saturated in goodness. We also do some really beautiful portrait photography. So, everybody walks away with some just insane pictures of themselves.
yeah.
Um, and that's really amazing. And we do some dinners together, but we really encourage a lot of freedom and finding the hunt of finding the best flan in town, or a mezcal or whatever. I mean, it's really, we just can't get enough of it. We have this amazing healer that we see there named Grey Wolf, and we're kind of kind of happy about him. He's this wonderful guy in this little office near the bordello, and he is just a really special human being. As we're nurturing these relationships with healers and with people who are doing hands-on body work. Um, we've found some fabulous shopping. It's so much fun to just look at the stuff there. It's so beautiful.
It's so much, and the food is, it's known, it's like a foodie place. Like it's
Yeah.
known for its food in San Miguel. So you're going to eat a lot of delicious food. And so I want to not forget to tell you what the dates are. So for San Miguel, we're going to be there January 5th through 10th, 2020, and also March 15th through 20th, 2020. Um,
And I should say, just want to add that we take 15 people,
yeah.
and that I think both trips are about half full at this point. So don't hesitate. We'll take a deposit, and it's nice to hold a space. Some people are coming with a friend, but don't be shy. If you're coming by yourself, just know that you're in really good hands, and we gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And of course you can look all this up or reach out to us, but there's an airport. There are two airports that are both an hour and a half shuttle ride away from our hotel in San Miguel. One at Leon Airport, BJX, and one at Querétaro, which is and again, they're both the same, equidistant from San Miguel. So that's where you'd fly in. Before we end here, we also want to tell you about the super secret mission to Oaxaca. So because we've had so much success with San Miguel and people are like, we want to keep traveling with you, but we
Now,
don't
where are
make,
we going next?
yeah, where are we going next? Exactly. So we thought, well, Oaxaca is so incredible and very much another artist town, but even a little bit different. And
Mhm.
so we are going on a recon mission this October, October 5th, 6th through 10th. Is that
Sunday
correct?
night.
We'll have to look that up.
I'm gonna look it up right now.
But that would be 2019. So October 2019, we're taking a very small group, like 7 people, on our recon mission, and we're going to be visiting an artisan who does black pottery.
We're gonna
And
be getting our hands in the clay.
yeah, we're going to actually be learning from him, and we're going to go see other artisans. We're going to have lots of great food as always, do lots of photo walks. And you're really going to be helping us curate the 2020 and 2021 experience in Oaxaca that we're hoping to
Yeah.
have.
That's October 6th through 11th. And again, like if you're a person who doesn't want to move with a big crowd, maybe you want a small, just an individual small trip. We'll also be doing the wild riding in the morning. We'll also be doing the photography in the afternoon, but doing it in a much more intimate setting. And you can do a lot of beautiful things with just a handful of people. Um,
Yeah, and in that group, unlike the larger groups that we take to San Miguel, that group will probably be moving as a little
Pod.
pod more often than the larger group. When there's like 17 of us or something, it's hard to move about a city all en masse. But that will be a unique trip.
Mhm.
Um, and I think we only have one more spot, maybe 2 tops. So okay, so if you're interested in that, please reach out to us or just click that button. And is there anything else we want to share? Or is that pretty good?
I think the most important thing is that you and I kind of like, we can't count the days, and we can't like, we're so excited about going back. And that's not just us saying like, we're so excited. We're like, life happens, but everything between our trips to San Miguel are sort of like, okay. I mean, we like our lives a lot, but San
Yeah.
Miguel and Oaxaca and what we're doing there, it just fills us with this super uber creativity and wild wanderlust. And
Ooh,
to do
that,
it in community and to be surrounded by everything that's so different, the food, the smells, the colors, the streets, the people, the faces, the way you have to communicate, the getting lost in these gorgeous towns is so worth it to us. And we would probably just do it all the time if we could.
Mhm.
And we're
In
doing
fact,
that. That's what we're up
I've
to.
always fantasized about living part of the year in San
Yeah.
Miguel de Allende, and this is kind of how we've figured out how to do that in a way. It's like,
Yeah.
okay, we'll go 2 or 3 times a year. As long
Yeah.
as we have people who want to come with us, we're so excited to share it, and we hope that you will join us. It's just a delight. Like, it's just total delight, and
Yeah.
it's gentle and loving and easeful and
And it's playful and sweet. And people are so like everyone in our trips is still getting together with each other. Like there are these incredible bonds that form. And so we love that. So I guess it's just to say, check out that Oaxaca trip because you'd want to get on that sooner than later. And if you're interested in San Miguel, get yourself a spot. We're
yeah.
going.
Thank you.
Thanks, everybody. See you later. Bye.